Welcome back to the kitchen of the Wymara Resort and Villas, the most beautiful resort in the world. Today I'm going to cook a really simple dish featuring fantastic Caribbean flavours and fresh local produce. Pink snapper, pineapple salsa, some crispy onions, bits and pieces, but it really is a taste of the Caribbean. This is what people come on holidays to eat. The hero of this dish is the fish. Fresh, local. It's a key word around the world when we discuss food. It's got to be fresh, got to be local. I want to go on holidays and eat what they harvest there. So, filleting the fish, very, very simple. I've scaled this fish, gutted. I actually caught this fish as well. Filleting the fish is a very simple process. Just cut along the top of the fish, along the spine, follow down along the bone. You don't want to waste any because it's quite expensive fish. So just cut through like that. Follow it all the way up. Go over the rib bones. So I use my knife to go over the top of those bones so I don't get lots and lots of bones in the fish. And that's how you do it. Next step, fish have a little line of bones called pin bones down there. So I'm just going to remove them so we get a truly boneless piece of fish. And that's your pin bones. You can see the little bones in there. There's nothing worse than getting fish and having a mouthful of bones, unless you're eating a whole fish, of course. There's one more bone on the ribs, which I'll trim out that little section. And that's it. Next step's portion it into a couple of nice portions. I'll give me 2 portions. How good does that look? Bit of adobo on my fish, just to marinate lightly and give it that real spicy, beautiful, crusty flavour. There we go. That's plenty. So a little bit of olive oil over the top. Use the best olive oil you can possibly afford. So a little bit of black pepper on the fish. Pinch of sea salt. Everything should be seasoned you cook. I don't care what any chef says, but everything, including meat, should be seasoned before you cook it, and you do that. So that's it, just push that aside, done. There must be 20,000 different types of sauce you can make, but I'm gonna make a really simple one. Some fresh pineapple. Cilantro, or as we call it in Australia, coriander. Fresh lime juice, juice of half a lime's plenty. My very expensive lime squeezer stood by me for the test of time. Red or Spanish onion, finely diced. Some fresh chilli ground in my own herb garden. Can't beat that. And a little bit of our leftover paste as well. Straight in. Splash of olive oil, extra virgin of course. Little bit of Japanese mayonnaise. This just brings it all together and binds all the flavours. A little bit of black pepper, just for a bit more spice and fire. There should be plenty of fire in there with that chilli though. A little bit of that. Give it a good mix around. That can sit in the fridge for 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. Just let the flavours develop and you'll be rewarded. It actually smells awesome. The pineapples are just so sweet and full of sugar and full of flavour. The coriander, all those things I really love are right there. For my crispy onions, really, really simple. 1 egg, free range of course. Give it a little whisk with a pinch of salt to break it up. You don't have to whip it till it's fluffy, but just till it's broken up like that. Onion rings go in a bit of flour. That's actually self-raising flour, but doesn't really matter that much. Straight in the egg mix. Give it a good coating. Go on a plate. They don't have to be onion rings particularly. They can be shredded onion. Whatever you feel good about doing is fine. All right. Then we shallow fry these in a little bit of olive oil, season them, put them aside, and we'll cook the fish after that. Our onions straight in hot olive oil. Gotta sizzle. Without sizzle, it's no good. Do them in a couple of batches. till they're brown and golden, about probably 2 minutes, 3 minutes, won't be long. Turn, look at that, it's happening. Our onions are cooked, they're golden, crispy, a little bit of salt on them. Now for the fish. Our snapper's been marinating for about 20 or 25 minutes. You can see it's penetrated the flesh, so that'll give us a nice crust. All I'm going to do is I've got some extra virgin olive oil in a non-stick pan. I'm going to sear this fish, both sides, crispy the skin up a little bit, and then serve with our salsa and our onion rings. It's as simple as that. Simplicity is the best. Hot olive oil, fish, straight in the pan. You want to hear that sizzle. The sizzle is really important. You can see the fish is changing colour. Slowly through the flesh it's going white, which is what you want to see. So where the heat's applied, it's just travelling through the fish now. So we'll give this a little turn. Oh, look at that. That could not be better. Just push down a little bit on the skin, just so we get a nice crispy finish to the skin. But the smells are just incredible. The flavours that it's giving off. Perfect sear almost. Another minute we'll be eating. I'm going to turn it over one more time, just to get that skin a little bit crisper. 30, 40 seconds, I reckon it's done. Fish is cooked perfectly. I've got a little bit of steamed rice here. Just some long grain rice. Have a look at that. Just the smell, the flavour, that is a taste of the Caribbean, with a little bit of Mexico. Salsa. More the better, I reckon. Some grilled lime. Fresh radish. I love the taste of fresh radish. Adds crunch, colour, flavour to every dish. A little bit of coriander or cilantro. Grind of pepper. Drizzle of olive oil. Don't use cheap olive oil. It's all about the flavour. A couple of our onion rings. And that is dish done.